Hello everyone. So in the previous classes we have discussed already the theory part of the vector calculus, the free body diagram and your projectile motion. So if you like that video then please share and subscribe it and also click the bell icon for the new video. Okay, so today we will discuss about the technical part of these three topics, that is our vector calculus, then projectile motion and your free body diagram. So what are the remaining on the sections today will be discussed. So what are the remaining for your vector calculus? In the vector calculus we have lived about the vector addition. That means we have two vectors but not in the same direction. What we have discussed previously, one vector is given to you, a vector, and another vector is given to you, b vector. That is our a1, b1, c1, and another vector given to you, a2, b2, and c2. Then we add or subtract these two vectors as your a. That is, we add the coefficients in the previous video, so you can also go through it. So that means a1 plus minus a2, b1 plus minus b2, and c1 plus minus c2. But this is not always happening, because if you are looking to the physical part, that means the physics part, so what's happening, we have one vector a vector and another vector b vector, and the angle between them is theta. So what is theta? Theta is the angle between a vector and b vector. Theta is the angle between a vector and b vector. So if we add these two vectors, so what we will get? We will get one resultant vector, right? So we will get one resultant vector. Then what will be the resultant vector? So remember the expression. So the resultant vector will be, what is the magnitude? What will be the magnitude of the resultant vector? That is a vector magnitude square plus b vector magnitude square, then plus 2 into a vector dot b vector into cos theta, right? So actually this is not dot, this is just multiplication of the magnitudes and its square root. So this will give you the resultant vector's magnitude. So we have two vectors, one vector is a vector and another vector is the b vector. Then what will be the magnitude of the r vector? So your r vector will be a vector square plus b vector square plus 2ab cos theta. Remember, if theta equal to 0, that means what's happening here? Your cos 0 will be 1, right? So your cos 0 will be 1 and your resultant vector magnitude will be, if you substitute cos 0 is 1. So this is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So a plus b whole square, then its square root. So that will give you a vector magnitude plus b vector magnitude, right? Okay. So this is the resultant vector magnitude. So if theta is equal to 0 degree, theta is your 0 degree, then your resultant vector magnitude will be added. Then next thing, if theta equal to 180 degree, right? So what will be your r? Cos 180 is minus 1. You substitute here minus 1. So a square plus b square minus 2ab. That will be a vector magnitude minus b vector magnitude. So this is the mathematical part. And if your theta is equal to 90 degree, then what will be happen? So your resultant vector will be cos 90 is 0. So that will be a square plus b square, then its square root. Okay. So if cos 90 is 0, so you substitute here cos 90 0, you will get a square plus b square, its root over. So this is the mathematical part. Then if you look to the physical part, so what's happening here? So what's happening? So we have a vector here and we have another vector b vector here, right? We have a vector and b vector, both are in the same direction. when both are in the same direction, your angle is 0. So this is the meaning. Theta is 0 degree, right? Remember, the direction should be equal. Then what will be the magnitude? That means what will be the resultant vector? So resultant vector is nothing but equal to, this is your A vector plus B vector, right? So the direction will be also same. Then what is the case if theta equal to A vector, sorry, one A vector is there and another vector B vector is there, but it is in the opposite direction, right? So this is B vector and this is A vector. So here theta equal to 180 degree. That is, the direction is opposite. If A is moving to the right side, then B is moving to the left side. Then the theta, that means the angle between A vector and B vector will be 180 degree. So when angle will be 0 degree, if the vectors are in the same direction. If the vectors are in the same direction, then the angle between them is 0 degree. If the particles are moving in the opposite direction, then the angle between them will be 180 degree, right? If the particles are moving in the opposite direction, then the angle between them will be 180 degree. If they are moving same direction, then 0 degree. Then what will be in this case? Your resultant vector will be A vector or minus B vector, right? Or this can be B vector minus A vector. So we have two cases. If theta equal to 180 degree, then your resultant vector may be moved in this direction or may be moved in this direction. Then which direction it will move? Okay, so if it is 0 degree, then your resultant vector also move in that direction. But if it is 180 degree, then your resultant will be A vector minus B vector or B vector minus A vector. Because when we are doing A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta in the equation, your cos theta will be minus 1. That means this case, right? So if theta equal to 180 degree, what will be your resultant? A square plus B square, so that will be minus 2AB and it's root over. So A is nothing but A magnitude, okay, A vector magnitude, and B is the B vector magnitude. So that will be maybe A vector minus B vector, A minus B or B minus A. There is two solution. That means A square plus B square minus 2AB, उसका जो आंसर है A minus B हो सकता है या B minus A हो सकता है. So when will be A minus B and when will be B minus B? That means your resultant vector may be A vector minus B vector or B vector minus A vector. When A vector minus B vector, if A is greater than B and if A is less than B. So if found out the magnitude, how to find out the magnitude? We have discussed in the previous lectures of the vector calculus. So if A magnitude, find out the A vector magnitude. A is nothing but A vector magnitude. What I have written is, so A is A magnitude and B is B vector magnitude, right? So we calculate the magnitude. Then if A magnitude is greater than B, then your direction will be A minus B, and if it is A less than B, then that will be B minus A. So A minus B means resultant moving in A direction, and if B minus A, then resultant is moving in B direction. So this is the direction and the magnitude. For theta equal to 0, that is in the same direction, and for opposite direction theta equal to 180 degree, then that is your resultant answer, right? Okay, so when theta equal to 90 degree, what will happen? So when theta equal to 90 degree, what we have? We have that so we have two vector, that is A vector and your B vector. So what will be your if theta equal to 90 degree? So remember, your resultant vector will be moved in the middle, that is 45 degree, and that also be 45 degree. So this is your resultant vector, and your resultant vector magnitude will be A vector magnitude square plus B vector magnitude square, then it's root over. So this is the direction of your resultant vector. Then how we will find the theta? That means what is the resultant vector? So what is the direction of the resultant vector? So we have calculated the magnitude using the formula that a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. That is the magnitude. Then how we will find the direction? That means two vectors are given to us. Then what will be the magnitude and what will be the direction of the resultant vector? Okay, so we will find the direction of the resultant vector. So one more thing I am telling you, so try to remember this, that we have two vectors. That means this is one is a vector and another one is your b vector, right? And another vector is your resultant vector, that is your r vector. So this is the vector triangle. We can call also it is at your vector triangle, right? It was also called as vector triangle. So we have one vector, that is a vector, and another vector is b vector. Then how we will find? So remember, this one is moving in this direction and this one is moving in this direction. So if you will start from O, P and N. Okay, so if you will start from O, then you are moving to P and one break is there, then you will move into N. So you are moving in this direction and you are opposing to R vector, right? So if your direction is same and one is opposite, so add the same direction and that will be equal to your opposite direction. So what will be R vector? R vector will be A vector plus B vector. But remember how we find this. So if you are moving from O to P, then from P to N, right? So this is the direction, then this is direction. That means A and B are in the same direction, right? Same direction means not angle 0, but you are moving in a path. That means you are moving in a single path. You are moving to P, then to B. Look to the direction. First east, then to north, right? So east, then to north. But this is actually one circular path also. You can call this a circular path. You are moving to this, then moving to this. Then you have to move like this. That means N to O. You are moving O to P, then P to N. Then you will return back to N to O. But the direction is O to N. आपको N से O जाना था, लेकिन ये जो डायरेक्शन है ये O से N है, मतलब opposite direction है. So A and B are in the same path, but R is the opposite path. So you take the opposite path to one side and take the similar path to one side. So this will be your resultant. And what will be the magnitude? The magnitude is same, A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta, and it's root over. So what is theta? Theta is the angle between A vector and B vector, right? Now we have to find what will be the angle alpha. What will be the direction of your resultant vector? So this is the magnitude of the resultant vector, and this is the vector addition. This is the addition in vector form, but this is different. A and B are the same path. R is the opposite path, and this is the magnitude. Then how? Okay, theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. You can find out this theta using your dot product or cross product that we have discussed in the previous class. Then how we will find the alpha? That means what is the direction of the resultant vector? That means if you have two vectors given to you, that is A vector and B vector, then how we will find that the resultant vector will be moved like this, or move like this, or move like this. This will be a resultant, this will be a resultant, or this will be a resultant. Then which उसका मतलब है जो on which direction will be R move. So we have to find that alpha. Okay, so let more discuss about the diagram. That means, so we have given vectors like okay, so this is A vector. Okay, we'll do it clearly. So this is A vector and this is B vector, and this is the resultant vector. So this is moving to one path, then this is also same path. That means you are moving in a circular or anti-circular. That means you are clockwise or anti-clockwise. But when you are moving to O to P, then you move to P to N, because this is the circular path. Then what is the path? N to O. That means you are moving like this, but the resultant is in opposite direction. If this is the R vector, then your R vector will be A vector plus B vector. Look, that the direction should be opposite. The R direction must be opposite to A and B. Okay. So what is the angle? So this is your A vector, right? So this is your A vector. Okay. Now the angle between A vector and B vector is theta. So this is my A vector and this is my B vector, and the angle between A and B is theta, right? So this one will be theta. Remember how I take theta. Theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. Why I cannot take this one theta? Why I have taken this one theta? Because the direction of A is not opposite. The direction of A is forward. That means it is moving to the right. So the right side and the B vector angle will be theta. If you will take this theta, then that will be the angle between B vector and minus A vector. Remember, A vector is moving to the left, so you take it to the left. Then A vector make angle with B vector, that will be theta. If you will take this one theta, then this will be your minus A vector, right? So this one is your minus A vector. This is A vector and this one is minus A vector. And this is B vector, right? What we have written? Theta is the angle between A and B. Theta is not the angle between minus A and B. If you are taking to this one theta, that means if this is A vector, then this one is your minus A vector. Remember, A vector is moving in the left, but your minus A vector is moving in the right. So this one is called negative vector, right? So this one is your negative vector. Remember, we also forgot about the negative vector. So the negative vector means the magnitude will be same, but the direction is opposite. So what is the negative vector? The magnitude of A and minus A are same, but the direction is opposite. So if you will take this one, that is, this one is your B vector and this one is the theta, right? So theta is the angle between minus A and B, but we have written here theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. So if you are not clear about this, then please comment. So okay, so theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. If you will take this one theta, then that will be the angle between minus A and B. Okay, so this one is theta, so that one will be pi minus theta, because pi equal to 180 degree. So this one is 180 degree, the complete half circle. This is 180 degree, and this one is theta. Then that will be 180 minus theta, right? So this one is pi minus theta. Okay. So look to the graph clearly. What we have obtained. What we have obtained, that we have this and this one is your B vector, and this is the resultant vector. So this is O, P, and this is N. So this angle is theta. So remove that angle. We have this angle pi minus theta, right? So do a perpendicular here. Do a perpendicular. So this one is your B vector, right? So this one is B vector. So this one is theta. Okay. So this one is theta. So this is B and this is theta. B is making angle theta with the horizontal. So this one will be what? B cos theta. Right. And this one is your A vector. A is this one, and okay. So remove this point. So this is A, and this is B cos theta. So what will be this one? A plus B cos theta. Right. So if you take the cos theta will be B by H, right? Cos theta will be B by H. So what is your cos theta here? Cos theta equal to, we have given this point as a P point and take a perpendicular here, that will be Q point. So this is Q point and this is your P point. So cos theta, what will be cos theta? PQ by B, right? So what is PQ? PQ equal to B cos theta. So this is PQ and this is OP. This is O, this is P and this is Q, right? So what will be OQ? OQ is your OP plus PQ. So this is OP and this is PQ. This is OP, this is PQ, one plus sign is there. So this one is B cos theta and this one is A. So the total will be A plus B cos theta, right? So this is B cos theta, then what will be this? That will be B sin theta. Because your sin theta is nothing but NQ, your sin theta equal to NQ by B. So what is NQ? So your NQ will be B sin theta. Sin theta equal to NQ by B. So NQ will be B sin theta. Right. So we have calculated the geometry part. So now we will go to the angle. So what will be the angle? So the angle will be that is means this one we have to find this angle. So what is tan alpha? What is tan alpha? So tan alpha equal to your P by B. So that means NQ divided by OQ. Okay, so this is the triangle actually perpendicular. So NQ. So NQ by OQ. So what is the NQ? NQ is your B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. So this is the geometry, that means the resultant vector making angle with A vector. So what is alpha? Alpha is the angle between resultant vector and A vector. So alpha is the angle between resultant vector and A vector. What is theta? Theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. What is alpha? Alpha is the angle between resultant vector and your A vector. So this one is A and this one B cos theta. So that will be A plus B cos theta. So here important is how we will find the theta. Right? Okay, I am writing once again with the simplified structure. Okay, I am again writing with the simplified structure that we have two vectors. That means we have A vector and a B vector. This is A vector and remember the A vector direction and the B vector direction. This is O and this is P. Then this is B vector here. Okay, so the A vector, B vector direction are same. This is moving to one and this is moving to this one and the resultant is opposite. You have to extend this and take an angle of 90 degree. So this one is theta because this one is A vector. Okay, A vector and this one is B vector. This one not B vector. This one B vector. So this is the Pn is your B vector. Right? Pn is your B vector and your OP. OP is A vector. Okay. Then this one. Right? So PQ. So your PQ is a B cos theta and your OQ that will be OP plus PQ, that is A plus B cos theta. A plus B cos theta. Then your NQ is B sin theta. So what will be my tan alpha? So tan alpha equal to B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. So this is the final. So we have calculated that is the resultant vector between two vectors, that is your A vector and B vector. Then what will be the resultant in vector addition? That will be A plus B. And what is the magnitude? A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta square root. Then what is the angle? So alpha is the angle between your resultant vector and A vector, but theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. Okay, so this is the remaining part of your vector calculus that we have forgot to discuss. Then remember, if this is A vector, this is B vector, this is C vector, this is D vector, and this is your resultant vector. So your A vector is moving in this direction, and we have started from this, and B vector moving in this direction, C vector moving in this direction, D vector, these are in the circular direction, but your resultant vector moving opposite, right? So this is R vector. So A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. So what will be your R vector will be A vector plus B vector plus C vector plus D vector. Remember this. So all are moving in same direction, R to one side, and the opposite direction move it to the back side. So these are the remaining part of your vector calculus. Okay.